Hello, Brian Bennett here, and I would like to convince you today that I'm not mentally handicapped. And I know that might be hard for some of you to understand, and possibly if you really knew me, it would be even more challenging for you. But I'm not. I'm not mentally handicapped, and even though I was put in the special ed classes in the fourth grade, it was not true. And the case is that I'm different. I'm special. I am creative, but I'm not handicapped. And my third grade teacher, if she had had her way in the public education system of Santee, California, would have had me exiled and relegated to being in that um, special education, which it was not special attention. It was special education, as if like you're never gonna achieve your goals and you're never going to be able to be in normal society because you're too different and you're behind too far. Um, but luckily, my father had the wherewithal and the foresight to see that that wasn't going to be my future, and that's not who I was, and that I was just different, and I needed to learn in different fashion, and I was creative, and I was taken to the Sylvan Learning Center, which I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was the most wonderful experience of my life and made me who I am today, and allowed me to find my intelligence in my own creative way and access it like that, and build my confidence in who I was and the way that I learned differently. So because of that, I'm grateful. But not every kid is so lucky. And Sir Ken Robinson does an amazing speech on how schools are killing creativity, and he does that on the TED Talks, and it's great. You got to watch it. It was from a few years back, 2006, so it might be one of the older ones, but I'm so glad I found it. It was incredible, and it really touched me emotionally and personally because of my experiences with similar squelching of my creativity. Um, he has an amazing punch. It's really more like a hug, but nevertheless, it's pretty incredible. He, as we learned from Chiara Oheta in the real delivery lessons, the punch he applies has to do with his humor and his personal stories and experience that he shares. And he does that so effectively that it really engages you. And that ties into another lesson from the real delivery lessons, and that is about engaging in presence. And he does this in a way where his presence is so confident and secure on stage. He doesn't even move. He's not jumping around. There's no theatrics. There's no. I don't even think he makes a hand gesture. I can't remember, but I don't even believe that he actually makes a hand gesture the whole time. He's just hands straight by his side, feet parallel to his shoulders, and he delivers with his very dry English sense of humor this wonderful presentation that is very touching. He nails a star moment about the choreographer, famous choreographer Julian Michaels, who worked for a long time with Andrew Lloyd Webber on Broadway and has been an incredible influence on this world. But he talks about how she was almost put in special education. But long ago, when her mother was wondering about this and took her to a specialist, luckily the specialist said that she wasn't challenged or handicapped. She just needed to be put in a dance school. So her mother took that advice, and luckily for the world and for her, we have her to appreciate and experience because of that. And that was a powerful point for me, because what happened there was he said, Ken Robinson said, that if it had been to this day and age, that we would have medicated her and diagnosed her with ADHD. And but he says that that diagnosis wasn't invented yet; it wasn't available, and that was really impactful for me. I think he really ties in all of the TED commandments, which are a very clever way to make that list. But the one that he goes to the most is the uh, you know talking to people's emotions, and he does that so well with everything I just explained. And that's the one he accesses the most with his personal story and his storytelling ability and his sense of humor. I hope that I can apply those things that I learned from him, that powerful, calm presence, that ability to relate and tell wonderful stories with a touch of humor. And I would love to include that in my Ignite presentation. I appreciate you all watching, and thank you very much. Take care.